welcome back to the channel. My name is Sophie, and today we're going to be cooking again. So we're going to be doing some Jamaican grater cake. So we're not going to be doing the white one, we're going to be doing the brown one made with a light brown sugar. So that's how we do it in St. Elizabeth, where we're from. So that's what we're going to be doing. So stand by while we get started. So what we're doing, we're just going to be huxing out the coconut. So we're just breaking up the coconuts first, and then once we husk the coconut, then we're gonna grater the regular way using a hand grater. And then once we grater, then of course we start the process of preparing. So of course that's the coconut that we had cracked. So of course it couldn't crack in the sink, so went outside and crack it on the ground. But it hot as hell outside, so wasn't able to give you that piece of the footage. But anyway, that is the coconut being husked as we get ready for the grater cake. I never did like this part of coconut. Even when we used to do rice and peas, and my parents always asked me to husk the coconut. I never liked this part because just traumatized from when my hand had already gotten cut with knife, so I don't like that. So I taste one little piece. Eat out the coconut. Almost done. So we had gone to the Caribbean store and gotten the coconut. So in Florida, it's almost like in Jamaica, so you can get anything that you would have otherwise gotten back home. So now we get a piece of ginger. Of course, you can see everything all stand. Scrape off the skin, because we're gonna grate the ginger too. Because you need that ginger to enhance the flavor of the grater cake. Forgive my mouth, I'm still eating the coconut. Because you can do nothing with coconut and not go and eat some in the meantime. So just wash off the coconut and the ginger together so that it's clean, and then we can start gratering. Alright, so as you see, the Dutchie is on the stove. So we already have the stove on, heating up the Dutchie so that we can add the light brown sugar. So we're gonna get started in adding the sugar. We're gonna have that boil up, because remember that's the base of everything with the sugar. And then we're gonna go ahead and add water. So of course everything is gauged. So we're adding the water to it. Some more water to it. So probably look like about a cup and a half of water too. Will look like about a pound and a half of sugar. And we stir while we still have the stove on high heat. And this process is gonna take a few minutes. And now we're grating the coconut. We're going to grate the coconut and the ginger while the sugar continue boiling to turn into syrup. So kind of like simple syrup. Of course, be careful when you're using a grater. You don't want to lose piece of the finger inside of the food. But when you're expert, you know your finger safe. So you can see the small bubbles forming while the sugar boil up, while you know the simple syrup process starts to happen. And in the background you can hear the grating of the coconut and soon the ginger. So we're almost there. Alright, so this was the water leaf from the dry coconut. So I'm going to taste it, see how it tastes. Usually some sweet, some fresh. So let's see. I'm not a coconut water drinker because I already have low blood pressure, so it's not recommended for me, but we'll see. Oh, tastes good. And I think in Jamaica, drink coconut water to wash off your heart. So if you can drink coconut water, go ahead and drink coconut water. Alright, so we'll go back to the rest of the making of this pastry. So adding the rest of the brown sugar. So I guess it looked like we might just do the whole 2 pounds of light brown sugar. Make sure it's light brown sugar, by the way. Looks like we're using the whole 2 pounds to create that simple syrup. So we stir, and remember, one direction. So we're going clockwise, so we're going to the right, and you just keep stirring in that direction. And once the coconut is added, you want to continue in that direction, because what will happen is if you're going clockwise and anti-clockwise, everything just kind of become glammy together, and your grater cake is not that smooth texture that you want. It kind of feel very hard. So you want to make sure you're going in one direction. So we're going in clockwise direction. So that is a simple syrup coming along, and then grating still happening. Because of course, you know, we're doing this step by step. So guys, it's 91 degrees outside. I don't even want to go outside. So although we have, you know, tree, you can sit down under tree and shade, but it is so hot outside. So indoors, you might as well cook or play some games or sleep or do something, clean laundry, whatever you need to do. But it is so hot right now. So we're gonna go back to finishing up the grater cake. So let's go. Okay, so we're gonna try to get the greens, the sugar greens, all dissolved out. So definitely simple syrup. So it takes a long time. It takes probably 45 minutes. So as soon as we're at that stage, and I'll speed up and show you the rest of the process. All right, so the simple syrup is ready. This is the process of it. See how liquidy it is? That's how it should be. So now we're gonna add the coconut with the ginger. So all of that has been already done, grated. So now we're just going to add those. And of course, you know, we don't leave anything behind. So everything added to the pot. So you hear the Dutchie just do its thing. Dutchie run away. Okay. All in place. So we're stirring it. And remember, we're stirring clockwise. And we're adding some more water. So we'll look like about a half cup more of water. Next we add vanilla. And now we're gonna add the vanilla. And how much vanilla, hon? That's a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Vanilla added. So it looks like probably about 2 teaspoons of vanilla added. And you can smell the vanilla because you're not here, so you can't even smell it, but you can smell. You know how vanilla smells? Really rich and flavorful. You can smell the vanilla flavor. Now we're adding some more water. Look like probably about a quarter cup of water added. Then you leave it to boil. And so we leave it to boil. So there we go. And a little bit of cinnamon is going to be added. That look like probably a tablespoon of cinnamon. And there we go, bubbling. And remember, we stir clockwise. And that's it. And we just keep waiting for it to thicken up. And we continue to stir while it's thickening. All right, so the containers that we're gonna put the grater cake on, if you notice, it's damp because you want, when it's dry, you want to be able to lift it off. So that's the process that we use. So this is ready while we head back over to the grater cake, and it continues to bubble and continues to thicken. There we go. So we're almost finished. See it? Look at it, almost trying to stick to the bottom of the Dutchie. And that's how you know you're almost at the end of this. All the water gone. So once all the water has dissolved, as you're saying, once all the water is out of it, then you know it's ready. So almost there. All right, so there we go. That's what you're looking for. See how dry it is now in the pot? That's what it is. That is it. So now we're gonna start cupping them out and put them on the little container that we had already put water on. And you just shape it out in some sort of circle. You don't want it to get fully dried where it can't make the shape and hold together. So once it's ready, you just want to get it done quickly. That is it. Right now, you're trying to taste it because you'd have burn up your mouth because you know it is hot. Because if you ever try get hot sugar or hot coconut, how it can burn up your mouth. So it's really very hot. Just adding a little more water just so you can stir to take it out. So there they are, forming up. Yay. So my friend Tonette, you have your brown sugar grater cake. I know most people do the white sugar grater cake, but what that means, you'd have to peel off the back of the coconut when you husk it out, that brown part. And you can't make any other brown elements go in there. And of course, you'd have to use granulated sugar. With this, the process is much easier. You don't have to peel off nothing so you don't waste anything. And you just grate everything. And then you use the light brown sugar. And it tastes even better to me. And of course, everything in moderation. You don't want to overdo and eat a whole heap of anything sweet. So you don't want to eat 1 million of this. So this will last for a few days. So voila, there we go. This is our brown grater cake. So once it's cool, I'll taste it for you and tell you how it tastes. But you can smell it. You smell the ginger, you smell the vanilla. Oh, it look good, and I know it gonna taste good. See this little one? That is my sample one that I'm going to have. Can't wait to eat this. See you when it cools down. Okay, so this is the final product. So this is the brown grater cake. I'm going to have a piece. Yeah, man. Just so I can remember it. So you get the brown sugar flavor. You get the flavor of the ginger. Really tastes good. But of course, everything in moderation. So thank you so much for watching. And make sure to look on this side. And you'll see the soup recipe. On this side, you'll see the ackee and saltfish recipe. So click on it and make sure to keep following us. As usual, have a blessed and wonderful day. See you soon.